to rent out your 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom home. First year went fine. The tenants paid their rent on time. There were no issues, but that changed in year 2. They claimed that they didn't pay 2 months rent. They left before the lease was up. They incurred late fees, had an outstanding water bill, cleaning costs, and a broken garage. So I am suing them for $4,085. Since then, this manual that the 2 units IRS, which is also raising your account, so they need to access to your money. This issue, they understood and said you can take your time and pay when you can. But instead, you claim they harassed you to the point where you were pressured to move out. They kept their full security deposit. You assume that they used that to cover the rent that was unpaid. So Mr. Quinlan, Ms. Quinlan, tell me about how you two came to know the tenants.
We had an ad on Zillow for our and they answered it, and they came to the house, they saw the house, we interviewed them, and them to be our tenants.
And you had a the rent was going to be $3,200
Yes.
for 2 years, and a security deposit of $3,200 as well. So the first year you claimed nothing was wrong. What happened in year 2?
So January 2nd, I got a text from Jacqueline saying that they were going to be a few days late with their rent. I told her that was fine. And then several days later, when I didn't hear from her, I texted her again and just said, do you have any idea when you're going to have the rent? And she said we should have it by the weekend.
What date was this?
This was about the 7th of January.
And they had her lease agreement how many days?
They had a 5-day grace period. So when I texted her on the 5th, she said they should have it by the weekend.
Correct.
So when she didn't pay it, I didn't hear from her. My husband texted Dennis the following week and asked him about the rent. And he told him at that time that his account was frozen from the IRS and he should have it any day. They were working on it.
And that went on for how long?
It went on actually until we got a message from them on the 24th saying that they're going to be moving out on the 30th.
Mr. Simpson, what was going on around that time?
We were going through with the IRS and having a lot of financial issues that just occurred overnight. And I told Mr. Quinlan that we couldn't pay the rent right away, that I needed some time. And he said, okay, do what you can, that's what we're talking about. I'm working with the bank, didn't get anything from the bank, and so I told him, okay, I can take pressure.
Anything pressure from that?
Pressure.
What kind of pressure?
He was coming to the house, he was around there to the house. This was mid-January.
So why did you have somebody look at the home?
I did not have anyone look at the home until after they gave us the notice, I believe on the 24th, that they were going to be moving out. And when he sent us the message, I had my wife go ahead and print a 3-day notice, and I took it over to the house. I was going to post it, but Dennis and his son were standing in the garage with the garage door open, and they were cleaning out the garage, packing stuff up. And it looked like they had been packing for quite some time.
So you had someone look at the place after they gave you the service about, correct? That's it? No, just read the page on it. What's your perspective with the tenant?
So I need to get into the property right away because I need to get this property tenant right away.
When did you give him those figures on the back?
Around the first day of the month. He kept putting pressure on us. Putting pressure, we was like, okay,
Okay, how did he give you notice that he was moving out?
it's just me a text.
So it's in the text. What page?
Page 16, is it? Oh, yes, right here, I, Dennis, and Jacqueline plan on moving out by 31st of the month, and that was dated on the 24th.
So now that there's proof that you gave him notice on January 24th, are you going to take back the testimony that you gave him notice on
No,
the 16th?
it's been I had been talking to the phone before that, and I told him that I was going to stop.
When I read your answer, it said that you felt the pressure, you felt like they were essentially rushing you all for the rent. And I looked at the text messages and I was baffled by how patient Mr. Quinlan was. He would always say the rent is going to be paid in X amount of days, and he would follow you after the fact and say, hey, the update, sucked up, no worries, okay, well, can't pay the rent right now. This is what's going on. And they say, okay, pay when you can. But that's not reasonable. You're almost in anyway. So, thanks for gratitude, right? For you being perfect. Saying they didn't give us 30 days notice, and then they went out on the 31st. So then we were into the second month for 8 days. Is that in the lease agreement? Is what in the lease? The penalty for not giving 30 days notice, but they have to give 30 days notice. Did you understand that to be the case? No. Okay, he says yes, he says no.
Like that. Continues in a moment.
Weekdays at 5 on CWFS.
If you were hurt in a car wreck, don't talk to the insurance company. Call me first. We got a client over $277,000. I'm attorney Ryan in the Lion office. Call us 1-800-8 county agency if there was something that we could do. If we had money, it would have had.
I think it was just
Bobby!
you were in a position as a result of forces outside your control, which meant that kind of it runs down the Which, by the way, one of the legal obligations they have is to mitigate damages. They don't get to sit in their chair and say, oh, no, no, no. We're going to sue them for 10 months rent, right? They have to get out and start trying to find their cases. Let me ask you about the notice of the security deposit. You sent the defendant a position of security deposit, which ultimately said that they owed more than the security deposit, so it ended up with a balance owed to you. Can you tell us about the garage door? What was the issue with that? We noticed it after they moved out, the small garage door. We had had a problem with the big garage door. They had let us know that we had it fixed. But when they moved out, my husband noticed there was a bow in the small garage door. That possibility it was lifting rather than pulling the string and then lifting it.
Okay.
And so it was damaged.
Robert!
So we called the garage door person and he had to fix it. It was about $200. It was a repair? Yes.
It was damaged like that when we moved here. And he told me that garage door don't work, don't even worry about it.
The small garage door, was that true?
No, what it was the garage door opener. Dennis was if you want to use the small garage manually.
Okay.
That's all. But the garage door was in perfect shape. And it looked like they tried to open it without unlatching it. And they split the top panel. My garage door guy told me it'd be about $1,000 to replace. He goes, but I can put some brackets in here and this and that, and it'll be about $200.
Park bench continues in a moment.
You're here already? Here.
Because we did find out that I purchased a new house in January.
How did you do that?
We had to do something, we have family.
How did you buy a house if your account's a person?
Love saving money? Then it's time to join the ARK. Get your first full year for just $15 with automatic renewal and get a second membership free.
You want to put this on fish sticks in the oven?
You'll have access
Huh?
to hundreds of
You want to put this on
benefits to
fish
help
sticks
you
in the
save
oven?
money, stay healthy,
My what?
and have fun.
Do you want me to put you some fish sticks in the oven?
Dining,
No.
more. Your first year is just
Robert!
automatic
Still
renewal.
on?
And get a second
I just turned it off, I just turned it back on.
Organizer for
Turn it back
free.
on.
Call 800-364-2321 or
Whenever my accident happened,
You're in the refrigerator.
I went ahead and called him. And all I had to do was let them know what happened and give them the card.
Huh?
Always
What?
you first.
Saturday on CWSA.
Go ahead, you shot glasses. Okay, go next door. Trade your shot glasses. There's cash over there.
$1 million along the way. So when the Arizona sheriff called an illegal gambling spot in the middle of the city.
Circle wall and then line up. Maybe there are direct links to organized crime.
But the bigger question, how many more are operating quietly? Plain sight in the middle of the city.
Huh? You coming? You not making it by yourself? Are you sure? Huh?
Don't follow the code.
Can you eat it by yourself? You grab it? Fish stick, you bite it? And you put some of this in your mouth. Yeah? Robert! Clean up right here. This is the only spot I haven't cleaned.
This is your America.
The only spot. Oh, but I gotta call Laura first.
Celebrate 250 years of amazing America.
What?
Quick on the speed.
Ready?
Who's the man give up. It's all stampede. Hot pitch.
One verdict.
Hot pitch. Yeah. The meaning of the when did you ultimately re-rent the property? So the property was vacant on February 8th or March 17th. You didn't consider rating the February rent since they were out February 8th?
They will pay January rent. So,
And you took the security deposit.
yeah, so we use that for the insurance, but since they gave us a 30-day notice, that's why we wanted to.
Does the 3-day notice to quit preempt the 30-day notice?
No, so what happened was they texted us saying they were gonna be moving on the 31st, and at that time, we followed up with a 3-day notice, because at that time, we felt that possibly they were telling us the truth
So
almost.
when did you give them that? On the 24th, we gave it to them.
Closing the doors.
Sent me the text that they were moving out.
Yeah, we were concerned that they were gonna stay there, and that we might need to start
But
eviction.
if they didn't pay in 3 days, so I'm just struggling with the concept. If they had to quit, would they have been responsible for the February rent?
If they had moved out, no.
They got no
So they really still were responsible if we had decided to pursue the rent debt for that 2 years, or until at least we rented it on the
Would you
17th.
have evicted?
Well, their 3-day notice was gonna be the start of that if they didn't move out.
You're asking for $4,000 from them, and that represents what?
Well, we had a water bill. They quit paying the water bill as of October 2022. In order for us to get it switched over to a new tenant, we had to pay it.
15,
So we had to pay $492. That was their water bill. They never shut
about
it off.
1.5 and 1.
Roger called me.
I went up to 3, I want 300.
I told him I'd take care of it.
Yeah, I'm the
So I called the
yeah.
water company and tell them to transfer the bill over
So
to.
they don't have, yeah, I got it. Well,
He took it up on.
I'm tired of buying the $5 I got a classroom now.
Full of grease. At first I thought I was gonna have to replace it, but they went ahead and cleaned it up cleaner. She did an amazing job.
I still don't have a picture. We have deleted it. But what was the condition overall? The house was fine. I mean, just normal wear and tear for a year. So we're not charging for anything like that.
You know,
Miscellaneous stuff that I had to haul away. But that's kind of stuff that you kind of deal with as a landlord. Yeah, you know, we also felt a little deceived with the IRS stuff because we did find out that they had purchased a new house in
take it
January.
easy.
You purchased a new house in January?
Tape.
Yes,
How did you do that?
we had to do something. We have family.
Very
How did you buy
small
a house
tape.
in your town for
No one did.
They gave me 4 of them.
There is an early termination provision that says in addition to all the things that you would do on
And
a
more tape.
if you terminate the lease,
Monday I have to
you
get
could be held responsible
some more
for
leaves.
lost
How
rent,
come they
rental
said that your
commissions,
ride for
advertising
Friday the
expenses,
first is
heating
canceled?
costs,
Huh?
etc.
They sent a text to my phone and they said your ride for
And delivery.
May
on the-
1st?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
May 1st, yeah, so I canceled it. I canceled it and when you pick me up on Friday night or Friday morning over there at the hospital. I already got the right schedule of that.
I found both
Your ride for Friday has been
There's a couple
canceled.
questionable things on the part of
Yeah, I
the
had to
defendant.
cancel it.
Very good people who meant well. Just an unforeseen circumstance that affected both parties. I'm inclined to give them what they're asking for in the amount of $4,085 because they were owed the rent for January. I don't think that we're disputing that.
Yeah, I canceled it.
You raised over the I don't think that's right here. I think that they were down plaintiffs for 30-day notice because if they actually did comply, the defendants would have notice, they would have been out in 3 days and they weren't. And given the fact that they could actually sue for more, I'm inclined to still give them February rent as well. And everything else, the water bill is providing proof of. I believe them on the other. They could have charged more on the garage door. I believe that was $200, so I'm inclined to give them the full amount.
They're asking for $300 for the totality of damages, which is exceedingly reasonable. I mean, $300 is not an over ask.
Yeah.
And what they're asking for represents them saying to the defendants, we are charging you for an additional 3 weeks of rent for breaking your lease. We didn't charge any of the extras, the bonuses that they could have for advertising, for time spent to re-rent the premises, for repainting it. So I think under the circumstances, the request is reasonable, and I think they are entitled to the full amount.
I think it's the equitable thing to do. I don't think the defendants were contesting the February rent on the basis that I observed. They basically said that they thought that they were understanding that their report charged them to February.
All right, so we have a verdict in favor of the plaintiffs for the full amount. All right.
You do?
Hotbed. Continue in a moment. Provided by
I'm Richard Carter, and I love my hose. It's my new pocket hose Copperhead, the lightweight pink-free hose that grows while the pocket pivot swivels to eliminate creasing at the spigot. We use 3 unique layers of latex wrapped in our unique interlaced. No seams to burst. Pour off the water, away it goes. Shrinking back to a pocket-sized hose. Pocket hose is now available at the Home Depot, Walmart, Ace, and on Amazon with immediate free delivery.
3 judges, 3 opinions, 1 verdict. Hot bench.
I'm not letting relapse EMS disrupt
Like the cat
my treatment choice. Oh, yeah, keep it up.
to,
It's proven to reduce relapses
yeah.
and slow disability progression. Plus, it's the only B-cell treatment I can
Said
take
yeah.
out. Or take it quickly.
Huh?
She said yeah.
No pre-treatment with steroids.
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
It's an auto-injector
Yeah,
that just
yeah.
one glove. And allergic or life-threatening reactions. Or have tested for Hep B before treatment, as it could return. Serious side effects, including infections and PML, a rare brain infection, can occur and may be fatal or cause severe disability. Tell your doctor about your medical history, including liver problems, plans for diabetes, and pregnancy. It's not known to
Candy Bobby.
for a decrease in certain antibodies and liver function, as it may cause liver damage. Most common side effects are upper respiratory infections and injection reactions, including swelling, itching, pain, skin redness, fever, headache, muscle pain, chills, and tiredness.
Ask your doctor about
Get new floors during Empire Today's gigantic 75% off sale. That's carpet, hardwood, tile, and laminate. 75% off. Schedule now. Today.
At Rubella. We know what the million bucks. Without paying nothing. Please the bill for coffee before they're guaranteed to never miss out. Shop Rubella.com today.
Listen, Texas Hammer Jim Adler only cover 18-wheeler wreck cases. Oh, heck no. The Hammers cover any size truck wreck. They cover commercial
Let's go back to the
and even
PlayStation.
motorcycle wrecks. Horses, the Adlers hammer them all.
The PlayStation's on, but the TV over here is not.
Car or motorcycle wreck. Jim Adler, the hammers with a big curtain back on them.
When your life is affected by a serious injury,
I moved the wire out the way because I was
fight
fixing it
overcompensation
and
with insurance
it
companies.
turned off and the PlayStation's on.
The professionals at Texas Law Firms have won millions for clients and will help maximize your compensation after an accident. Bring in the big guns. Call Law Guns today at 210-8 million.
Oh.
Are you in a family dispute? Go to hotbench.tv. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.
We've reached a unanimous verdict. The one thing I noticed about this case is we get a lot of landlord tenant cases in this courtroom, and you guys were very pleasant. There wasn't one side over on the other. We found all of you to be very credible, but there's an equitable decision here. We believe that we made it, and that is to grant you the plaintiff, Mrs. Quinlan, for the full amount of $4,085. You had a duty to mitigate your potential exposure to damages, and you did by getting another tenant in that home. And to ask after living there over a year is more than likely. So we found you credible, we found the evidence credible, which is why we are going to grant you again the full amount, and that is the verdict in favor of the plaintiff for $4,085. Thank you very much.
We really thought that they were true.
We have to make some decisions. We have to watch to make it fast. There are any home. We want to cause them no harm from being in a property. They told us a different story. We can stay there and cause them a whole lot of headaches. We really want that.
We absolutely wish them that.
The compensation you deserve. Over the past 2 years, Johnson Law has recovered the lion's share of many of the top settlements in Texas. Serious car wrecks, big truck crashes, wrongful death suits. Johnson Law has taken out the biggest cases. Ferocious representation you deserve. Call 1-800-LION-LAW.
To present the importance of hard work and determination. Not backing down against your time. Of being there to help prevent
Rachel, Joe had an appointment today. With the doctors in the middle of where the fiesta is, they have to go all around town to get to the doctor. I don't know. That place only gives you a grace period of 20 minutes. If you pass 20 minutes of your appointment, then they can't use it. He's not really.
You lived in a domestic relationship together, and it has dissolved amidst crisscrossing accusations that impugn the character of each other. We're here to resolve it finally. Hot bench.
Judge Rachel Flores, Judge Michael Corriero, Judge Jodie Tuwalde. 3 judges, 3 opinions, 1 verdict. This is Hot Bench.
Number 108 on the calendar, Brown versus Beaudry.
Thank you, Officer Montejano. Mr. Brown and Ms. Beaudry, you share a child together?
Yes.
You lived in a domestic relationship together, and it has dissolved amidst crisscrossing accusations that impugn the character of each of you. And we're here to resolve it finally. So, Mr. Brown, you're accusing the defendant of breaching a contract to give you $1,500 from a tax refund. You claim that you kept your property and you want approximately $3,500 in the value of the property that you claim still remains in her home.
Correct.
And you claim that she's defamed you, and therefore you want an additional $1,000.
Correct.
So your total here that you're asking of us is a jurisdictional maximum of $5,000.
Correct.
Whereas Ms. Bowdry,
Yes.
you claim that the plaintiff, that he's just suing you now to get some money,
Yes.
and that he has mistreated you.
This is something that he does. He sues everyone when things don't go his way.
We'll get back to that in a moment. When did you first meet the defendant?
In 2017, he was introduced by a mutual friend and her sister.
How many months thereafter did the two of you develop a relationship?
I say she moved in my place. I had a one-bedroom apartment with my dog. Then she moved in my place approximately 3 to 4 months later. She had her daughter.
How old?
She was 6 years old, turning 7. I think she had just turned 7.
And in 2019, you and she had another daughter.
Yes, she lived with me in that one-bedroom apartment, which she belittled so much for 4 years.
Now, you claim that you breached the contract to give you $1,500. How did that come about?
The agreement was that I owe a few dollars on my taxes because of the incident. So the agreement was that we needed all that money to pay down debts from our credit card.
$1,500 if you let you have gas, water, you
No, he's not. I was his woman. He come ask me something, I'm gonna give it to him. He's so used to me giving him money when I get taxes, so he
Are you
expects.
saying that you actually were the main provider of the husband?
Yeah, on paperwork, yes. He's a husband.
What do you mean a husband?
Cannabis.
Legally or illegally?
Illegally, but to him it's legal. So I don't know. I don't know that field. You know, so, I let him do what and I do what I do.
You have a job, you sell cannabis?
Yes, Your Honor, I've worked at several different jobs. I'm a construction worker. I built over 8 houses in Bakersfield. And then when she moved in with me, Your Honor, she had just lost her job. She was killed from the job. Her mother here got her one paycheck while working with me. When she moved out in 2021, we got to a sack because we went out for her birthday on Saturday the 25th. Her mother's birthday is on the 27th. So we celebrated all those days, their birthdays. We went out to Universal Studios. All my kids were there. Her family was there. A guy called her cell phone and said, "Good morning. Happy birthday, beautiful." And I'm like, "Wow, who was that?" She said, hello? Like she didn't hear him. You know, and then this incident happened before in the apartment. That's why it raised a red flag that day. Because her ex called her years ago when she first moved in with me, and she said, hello? I said, who was that? She said, oh, that's my brother calling me from jail. And I said, that wasn't your brother. She said, no, that was my ex. I said, well, why you lie?
Right. We need to get that off his chest. And that's the reason why we never touched me, and I straight up told him school where I'm at. But Universal Studios, yeah.
Absolute fact.
No, I didn't meet nobody. I was with my family, my man, his grandkids. I paid the ticket for that. On my credit card, I put him on as authorized user. I did that.
You give him $15
No, I didn't.
out of your 2022 tax.
No, I did not.
Did you give back his property when he was ordered out of the apartment by insurance?
He was still coming over when I wasn't home to get COVID because he didn't have any.
Do you have any property in your home?
Yes, I do. I want to know too.
I understand that you brought a video with you.
Yes.
What is it relevant to?
To her restraining order saying that I tear up our property. Never broke anything, never broke anything, never threw anything. But now the video is showing her destroying you.
No, I just haven't seen that.
I was based on your displaying a weapon and
Never
threatening a weapon.
done that. Never.
You were thrown out of the apartment by insurance, weren't you?
Exactly. Just based on her
All right,
story.
let me see what this case is. And I assure you, if it is not relevant, you're going to hear from me.
Yes, sir.
No, on video. I'm showing the dead. I'm showing the evidence.
What is the purpose of this video? What does it show with respect to the issues you raised in the case?
Because she put that restraining order on me and said that I destroy property, I tear up her things.
I don't see an iota of relevance to this video other than your effort to make her look foolish in front of us.
It's not
I want to know why.
to contradict what she said with her restraining order. This is why
Restraining order is based upon you displaying a gun.
it's based on her telling the lie that I display the gun.
Nothing to do with all right here. And you can read so high and I don't see. So when I flipped over a table, his computer was there. I broke his computer all the way down. I remember I went flat out like $550 to get his computer screen fixed. He got that computer. That video, I'd rather him show the video where he took the lights off the night of 3/14 of this year because I want him out. But he said he had a daughter outside with him. So I let him back in and watch the police came. That's what I went through.
Prevented him from getting any of the property.
No, I haven't. But I
Are you prepared to give him back his dog and whatever else he has there that belongs to him?
Yes.
Trash today, a lot of lies.
I'm not talking to you.
When he what you said to me, I closed the garage. Everything inside the house, I pulled out and put it in the garage. Now, we here today, and I'm wondering why you still haven't came and got his stuff. This is why.
Watch this.
That one crash in the Wednesday. Yes, I did. Like what? 6 cannabis stuff that he left there. And I poured it in his ice cream. There's always a message to my madness.
Brand of justice, 5 nights a week. Weekdays at 5 on CWSA.
This Sunday, every bowler plays the main tournament. Everyone gets an invitation. The PBA Tournament of Champions. Where the best of the best face off. 5 champions enter. Only one leaves a legend. This is the PBA.
Sunday on CWSA.
Go ahead and shot glasses. Okay, go next door. Trade these shot glasses in for cash over there.
$1 million home just a few blocks away from what Erie County Sheriff calls an illegal gambling spot in the middle of the city.
It attracts a certain type of clientele because there are direct organized crime, organized crime groups.
So the bigger question, how many more are out
The remainder of his cannabis stuff inside, his refrigerator, his dresser thing, and it has even his dad ashes and everything inside of it. You want to walk out there and that's mine. Treadmill, that's mine. What about the washer and dryer? I never said it was mine. Oh, I paid it off. We paid off the it was paid off in January. We used to keep it. No, I said he can take one or the other, but he said he won't vote. So I said, yes, I said you can pick one or the other. So I said you can have your before that treadmill. You can have the treadmill exhibit and the card number and then 2187 is mine. How much it cost? It was $100. Okay. Yeah. So the treadmill you didn't pay for. Why should you get it? You said you had a receipt for it. How do you have a receipt for it? She has a receipt for it on the credit card. Everything she paid for on credit card are always.
Come on, come on, let me watch it.
I worked at Walmart. This is people that baby, come on. Give them an opportunity to come in. Why didn't you go get these things?
Like I was saying, when I went to the garage to get this, the last time I took something out to the truck, to my truck, I put it in the back, and she shut the garage and said, "You are no longer welcome." And I came back because she called the police. It's a possibility to alert the police. And I never told her that. The police.
Miss Alvin, did you ever trash in the garage? Yes, I did.
like what?
They have this stuff that he left there. Like the stuff has it there. So our point is I think I was worried. I wanted to clean it up. Like he see the thing search yourself for that ball.
But posted all her posts on the Instagram.
You're saying these posts like hurt. I know why, but this is the part and pretend to be a family. This is beyond me, my God. The next one. I love you so much. I'm trying to understand. Where's the
Oh, what the hell?
Okay.
You're a person.
Do you know what the opposite of love is? It's not hate. It's indifference. It's not caring anymore. It's being indifferent. And what I see is someone who is still really hurt over
Your brain?
a relationship.
What? The laundry?
I'm hurt
Is he the carpet thing?
the lion in the TV.
Oh, yeah, she got it. Yeah, she ran in and the shower. And the floor.
Or whatever. We can listen. Or don't do no shit. And when we did,
Give me your phone.
52-year-old man. I'm 54. Talk about it. Got ready like this. Trying to join the ARK. $15 automatically will. That's a great deal. You want to access all the benefits, save money, stay healthy, and have fun. Plus, every day discounts dining and more. Your first year is just $15 with automatic renewal. And get a site membership and a Trump organizer for free.
What's that?
Call
You mean I was listening to
800-981 or
Shit, I guess.
585.
Baby,
1-800 Lion Law.
You got a copy? That's
Studies show THC increases the risk
you have to get a phone.
developing brain.
What are you showing me? I ain't gonna open your asshole.
Harms of marijuana.
Johnny the Baptist.
How do you agree? What happened with Joe? Not chicken pot.
Even a new one can best problem Windows. And we think it Window Kitchen as the solution in one easy step. We can improve your home in so many ways. Visit our website,
That's not chicken pox.
and schedule your
Chicken
free
pox are
demo
little
session.
ducks all over. Well, maybe yeah. That's fine. But yeah, it is part of chicken pox.
3 judges, 3 opinions, 1 verdict.
With all due respect, I'm not hurt. I'm angry. And I don't play games. I told her before we even met down. I don't play games. I don't do that. I don't
do X.
For what? You're gonna go let it go down again?
What the things that I did. When I moved in, I went about washer and dryer. I went about living room furniture. I went about all the
Keep the washer and dryer?
Yes, I did at one time. If she allowed me to take it, she said, if you allow me to get the rest of my stuff, you can keep the washer and dryer for the kids. I tried to be fair at all costs. But every time I went over there, it was her explaining to me, I didn't cheat, I didn't do talking to your ex and telling him how crazy you are about him.
And I can just see you right there. Oh, are you okay? Let me help you, let me help you.
This is over a very specific amount of money for very specific things.
Right.
So what I want to ask you is, all of the cannabis stuff is clearly yours for no dispute. What's the value of that?
It was also...
See, Tina, you know, if your food ain't done by 1 o'clock, Tina goes and gets a bowl and she eats it.
Like
Potato bowl. So all I made was a little bit of mashed potatoes and fish sticks for about 8 people. No, but everybody said he said those fish sticks.
Talk to me, not that. You told me you threw away some recyclables?
I did everything I said I wanted to do. I moved everything from against the wall, I swept, I mopped.
Another question.
I got all the stuff that was in the thing over here and I put it in a crate, the sheets, I put it in a crate. Now I'm cleaning, fixing the drawers.
I'd like to hear from Mom, too. Mom, you have something to add to this? What is it that is not her?
Yeah?
If you treat her right, it's fine. What she did before is not making her a whole tramp or what he calls her and beating on her and, you know, tell the baby about the mama like that. Puts her in tears all the time. And it puts me in tears because I know what time I raised
Why you want to lose weight, Rachel? You've been like that all your life.
Talk about a 35-year-old girl, young lady like this, it breaks my heart because you got into it, and he just want to paint this picture.
Your ass was going to do is maybe get your ass sick.
Doing that, and that's irrelevant to the case.
We're not here to dirty laundry. We're not here for that. We're here to decide whether you prove she owes $1,500, whether you prove that she owes you some property that she has in this garage, and whether she defamed you. And
hot
I'm
mess.
here to decide.
Yeah, I know.
The one thing is throwing away the cannabis stuff. Can you estimate how much the cannabis is worth?
It was, the average property was $2,500 to $3,000.
Where did you get this from?
Just the cannabis stuff.
Well, the cannabis stuff was mainly cooking utensils. I used to make cannabis candy. I used to make cake. I used to
Where
make...
did you get the cannabis to make?
from the dispensary.
The cooking stuff is still there.
Okay.
The candy is still there.
All right.
What about the dog? Yeah. What about that part of the dog? I'm going to start for the dog, too. You want Bentley back? You want the dog back? He got the dog for
What day is that supposed to be?
Okay.
Yeah, anybody have any other questions? Great. The parties are excused while we're deliberating this matter. Thank you both for...
She would say, don't talk to me, we wanted to pick things up, but then she would say, I cannot forget them, and she said, talk to me. But the discord about picking things up really gone both ways. You're entitled to spend it so long as it's established, but if you don't pick them up, I think that the tax refund, I think she may very well extend this to our joint financial benefit, where you give money and you take money and, you know.
I think as far as the washer and the dryer,
He let her have it.
he let her have it.
He let her have it.
I think that was part of this ongoing back and forth. If I'm going to get all this other stuff back, the one thing that he's clearly invested in.
But he also said it was for the kids. If she has the kids primarily, she also said pick one.
All right, let me get back to what I was doing.
To the washer and dryer, and he said thank you. And I think in terms of my sense of the situation, she's washing children's clothing and taking care of them.
I'm not going to dissent on the face of the washer and dryer.
I'd rather throw something his way because the things that she didn't admit to throwing away, which was the cannabis. I don't know what number, but I mean,
$500.
yeah, that's not total. 500. She keeps the washer and dryer.
Okay.
We have a verdict. We're unanimous.
Yeah.
It's proven to reduce relapses and slow disability progression.
No.
Plus, it's the only B-cell treatment I can take at home. Or take with me. Whoa, that's Kizimda. No free treatment with steroids or infusion days. It's an auto-receptor pen that's just once a month. Don't take it if you've had an allergic or food-related reaction to Kizimda or have hepatitis B. Be tested for Hep B beforehand, as it could return. Serious side effects including infections and PML. Brain infection can occur and be fatal or cause severe disability. Tell your doctor about your medical history, including interventions, vaccines, and pregnancy. It's not comfortable on your own. As it may cause liver damage. Most common side effects are respiratory infection, headache, and injection reactions, including swelling, itching, pain, skin redness, fever, headache, muscle pain, chills, and tiredness.
Ask your doctor about I was on my way to work, had plenty of time to spare, and boom, some guy rear-ended me out of nowhere.
Boom! You're hurt. Your life is out of the way. All in order. Keep some more. And help get your life back on track. Time out. You can't save your way in right?
Is the house in with a coach?
I usually don't help people wearing that color combination, but I like winning even more. Beauty on well. Well, coach, let's not get carried away. On well, your home team advantage. Start saving today.
A 10-day celebration with live music,
What the?
fun, and everything Fiesta.
Come join us. April 17th through the 26th.
Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.
We can't solve this broken relationship. All we can do is decide the economic impact, the damages that are on our lives. We find unanimously that you, Mr. failed to prove your case with respect to $50,000 in tax return. We find unanimously that you failed to prove your case with respect to defamation. However, we put a value of $500 on the marijuana that you candidly admitted destroying because you didn't want to have it around. So we will give you $500 for that. And we also acknowledge that you are willing to turn this dog everything but the treadmill for and you want to do this with this pussy. Right? We'll prepare an order to that effect. So that is the verdict of the court.
I opened up stores online.
Hey.
For you as well.
No, hot
I put it in this box, I forgot, and right now I found it.
got the